This is the Southport 4th of July Parade. This broadcast on WECT is sponsored by Culligan Water and by Dozier Memorial Hospital in Southport.
Good morning, everyone, or in this case, in our video presentation of the Southport Parade, good evening to you. Regardless, happy July 4th. I'm Bob Townsend, and I'm with Rachel Lewis Hilburn once again in Southport for the annual 4th of July Parade, part of the North Carolina 4th of July festivities. Rachel, it's great to have you with us, our broadcast again this year.
Thank you, Bob. It's wonderful to be here on this gorgeous day after Hurricane Arthur blew through here, left surprisingly little behind, and now we just have sunshine and blue skies to show for it.
The old line, what a difference a day makes, difference 24 hours. Yesterday we were having just torrential downpours, high winds and stuff like that. A beautiful day, hardly a cloud in the sky here in Southport.
It seems like this particular North Carolina 4th of July festival is just really protected. I've heard that the last time it rained during the parade was something like 38 years ago.
Yeah, I was sort of concerned yesterday, and then got the reassurance from the folks last night that things were going to be fine and things are running just like normal. What we're going to do is take a little break right now and then come back and bring you coverage of this year's festival parade here in Southport. Welcome back to Southport and the 4th of July Parade here on this Friday here on WECT. Thanks to Mayor Robert Howard, who just went by just a few minutes ago, and the whole city's hospitality here in bringing you the parade. Bob Townsend with Rachel Lewis Hilburn and our coverage here on WECT. It's good to be back again this year.
It's wonderful to be with you, Bob. We just saw the honorary parade marshals going by, and those are some World War II veterans. It's very exciting to have them here. As we know, I think a couple of years ago, there were only about 1.5 million still alive, so we're honored to have them participate in this parade.
And we have some other veterans as well from more recent conflicts and also service to the country here. So thanks to all that they do, and we're glad to have them here in Southport this year. You see some of those right there on some of the floats that are going by right now here.
Yes.
At the intersection, we're on Moore Street and Davis Street, right in front of the North Carolina Maritime Museum.
And Bob, we're looking at the 120th Infantry Battalion. That's the 120th Infantry Regiment, 3rd North Carolina of the United States Army National Guard. And they have a little sense of humor, I see. Mm-hmm. We've got some sunglasses and an Uncle Sam tall hat.
Need the sunglasses out here today. It's, as we said, a beautiful day here for the parade here. National Guard's 491 Military Police Company, part of the parade here again this year. You see a lot of the military units that are going by, the Humvees here, and that's certainly not a Humvee, but that is a nice little unit right there.
Yes, it is.
That is Dozier Memorial Hospital. Dozier Memorial, a platinum sponsor of the 4th of July Festival. They've been serving this district of Brunswick County, the Smithfield District, and surrounding communities for 84 years. I knew you were a resident here, and it's a very important part to have a good hospital like Dozier right here at your backyard, isn't it, Rachel?
It's an excellent hospital, and they are small. They're a 25-bed critical access hospital, but they are such an important part of this community. And even though they're small, they do offer advanced surgical procedures like cataract surgery and joint replacement, and they're currently undergoing a big renovation.
Very good. Well, thanks to their efforts, and they do a lot for the community and a lot to make sure this parade is held every year. Lane Marshall, who is our Secretary of State, going by with a nice hat there and a nice convertible.
And Bob, we have the South Brunswick High cheerleaders. The South Brunswick High cheerleaders cheer at football games and other athletic events, and they also compete.
South Brunswick just down the road here in Brunswick County, near Bowling Spring Lakes. All of them out of school, but they wouldn't miss the parade right now, I guess, this time of the year.
Not. Yes, the official North Carolina 4th of July Festival.
We also have from South Brunswick High, coming up in a moment, the U.S. Army JROTC unit. It's a marching unit. They're color guard. All of the units at South Brunswick High School and the students taking part in activities here in Southport, and proud to walk in the parade and cheer as well today also.
And as you said, here comes the South Brunswick High School JROTC. They're very active in the Southport community, and they say they're proud to walk in today's parade.
So as they're coming by us here, the drums are drumming. So let's listen a little bit to this unit from South Brunswick High School. And as I say that, they stop. Right on cue. Well, anyhow, we heard them in the background there just a few minutes ago.
You know, Bob, the turnout is notable today. I was asked by NPR yesterday. Well, here we go with the marching band.
Yeah. July Festival Band. Brunswick County School Band consists of band students from North, South, and West Brunswick High Schools under the direction of Chris Cook, Jonathan Moore, and Jason Sipe. The Brunswick County School Band honored to show their support to the community as well as the country to honor America's independence by participating here today in Southport. A lot of students in that band.
Yes, and it really does demonstrate the importance of this parade to this particular region. I was asked if Hurricane Arthur was going to impact any of the turnout for the festivities today. And Bob, looking around at the participants, at the people observing the parade, it is a packed house once again, as it is every year.
Yeah, and coming into Southport a little while ago from Wilmington, when you make the turn up where that Go Gas station is up that way, they're lined up all the way from there all the way down this way. How about this young lady?
This is Miss North Carolina, Beth Stovall. She's the 20-year-old daughter of Dan and Patty Stovall from Goldsboro. Before winning the title of Miss North Carolina, Beth was a student at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, majoring in vocal performance. Her long-term goals, she says, to achieve her master's and doctorate in music and become a professor. And Bob, we also have Miss North Carolina Outstanding Teen, Carson Fair.
Right, and Carson riding in the vehicle right there. Let's see, don't have too much information about her on my sheet right now, but
yeah, she's a rising senior at South Johnston High School in Johnston County. She's a varsity cheerleader and president of the school's Student Government Association.
Okay. All right, Southport Historical Society, the unit's coming by right now. A lot of history here in the Southport area, no doubt.
And here comes the Southport Fire Department.
I'm still waiting for the historical group to fire that cannon that's on the back of that truck and scare the wits out of all of us here.
Oh, is that Thor?
Yeah, that was Thor. That went by just a moment ago. Given to the nickname for the cannon. Thor can remain silent if it wants to for me here.
And here we have the Southport Oak Island Chamber of Commerce float. They have On My Toes Dance Studio riding along. They're a proud platinum sponsor, and they serve almost 500 member businesses. The Chamber's more popular public events include the U.S. Open King Mackerel Tournament, Oak Island Lighthouse Run, and Christmas by the Sea Parade.
Get on their email list. They're always sending emails out. Something is going on, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce here in Southport and Oak Island. State Senator Bill Rabin going by right now. Bill is a member of the General Assembly, Senator for District 8. He is also, when he is not doing his legislative work, he is a veterinarian at Brunswick Animal Hospital here in Southport and serves on several boards concerning veterinary medicine.
And here we have the Patriot Guard Riders, 100% volunteer nonprofit organization. Their mission is to ensure dignity and respect at memorial services, honoring fallen military heroes, first responders, and honorably discharged veterans. Patriot Guard Riders say they have one thing in common besides motorcycles: an unwavering respect for those who risk their lives for America's freedom and security.
The American Legion taking part in our parade coverage this year as well from Post 543. with some sports cars. The American Legion Post 543, based in St. James, is part of North Carolina's American Legion. The North Carolina American Legion has over 40,000 paid members, now includes veterans of World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Lebanon, and Grenada. Those conflicts, Operation Just Cause in Panama, Desert Storm, Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and the global war on terrorism right now.
And coming up, well, it looks like we've got Frank Eiler is not joining us today.
That's right.
Any background on the next unit?
Mr. Eiler, a member of the House of Representatives in Raleigh. Apparently cannot be with us today.
That's right. The short session is still in session. Of course, they're not working today, but our state leaders are busy in Raleigh trying to work out a final budget.
That's right, and the word is the governor is on his way, or will be here in Southport a little bit later on, after holding a news conference earlier this morning. Something about Arthur yesterday gained a lot of his attention in the past 24 hours.
Yes. Yes, I think he was burning the midnight oil.
All right, there are some more members from St. James coming by right now. This is Matthew Figley and family, who has had 10 tours during Operation Enduring Freedom.
And that, Bob, was in response to the attacks in the U.S. on 9/11, Enduring Freedom, for those folks who don't remember.
Again, part of American Legion Post 543 here. You see the little cars, they're coming up here, always part of a lot of the parades. The Sudan Thunderbolts started this organization in 1975, continue to entertain. They do thousands of parades, or hundreds of parades, entertaining thousands of viewers with precision driving and those rapidly changing formations all the time. 12 custom designed mini racers, 7 feet long, 40 inches wide, 5 horsepower engines powering the cars. Thunderbolts have won first place awards competing with units from Virginia, North Carolina, and also in South Carolina.
And their little cars say Brunswick County, North Carolina, Thunderbolts.
Still amazing how they can run and not have an accident.
It's a little unnerving. They're just feet away from our stand over here.
And those tires are a little bit, it looks like, on the slick side, so they can slide those cars a little bit there. How about some clowns here today? Hello, hello, how are you? Good to see you. All right. And from the Southport Fire Department, one of the units here.
And they say they're so thankful to have such great volunteers in this community. Hello. That was Blaze who just said hello to us, the Southport Fire Prevention Clown. Thank you, Blaze. And Bob, is that Governor Pat McCrory? Did he make it out today?
He is supposed to be here. Is he coming in?
That is Governor Pat McCrory in a black BMW. He's the governor of North Carolina.
Can't beat the weather, Governor. Thank you. Thanks for making the trip down today. Thank you. Thank you.
He's a native of Guilford County, and he attended Catawba College. He worked for Duke Energy in Charlotte for nearly 30 years, and he ran for an at-large seat for the city and won in 1989. In 1995, he was elected mayor of Charlotte. He served for 14 years in that capacity. And it looks like Frank Eiler has made it, Bob.
Yeah, State Representative Frank Eiler did make it after all. Nice to have Mr. Eiler here. He's a member of the General Assembly where they are still meeting, as Rachel said earlier.
And he has served as chairman of the Brunswick County Republican Party, the chairman of the 7th Congressional District Republican Party, and as precinct chairman. He and his wife live in Oak Island. And Bob, he is the state representative for Brunswick County.
Yeah, have to say congratulations and thanks to the governor for the effort to come. And I know he was supposed to come last year and something prevented him from doing it. And there was some concern earlier today, but because of Arthur, he was not going to be able to make it. But he had a news conference at 9 this morning updating the state folks on how North Carolina went through yesterday's event with the hurricane, and then hopped on a helicopter and didn't make it right at the very start, but he did get here, so good for him. How about the State Board Pilots float that's behind us right now? A platinum sponsor of the festival. They've served the community for nearly 80 years and has won more North Carolina journalism awards than any other community newspaper ever. The reputation for the State Board Pilot is built in part on promoting local events such as the Musu Theater musical entertainment that they are entertaining on the float right now with a little do-ron-ron music there, a little doo-wop music.
Bob, next we have the Sunny Point Fire and Emergency Services. This is the Hazardous Materials Response Unit. Sunny Point is the largest military terminal in the world. I didn't know that. It serves as a transfer point between rail, trucks, and ships for the import and export of weapons, ammunition, explosives, and military equipment for the United States Army. The U.S. Army operates the terminal, and we can hear the Sudan Dun Clowns coming right behind them.
They're here, formed back in 1952, and officially the group started to perform several years before joining the Sudan Shrine chapter of Eastern North Carolina. Now, the group originally joined the Sudan in 1957. Today, 40-plus members attend about 50 parades per year, including some of the prestigious events as the governor's inaugural parade. Currently, there are 2 clown trucks, and they take up a lot of time entertaining the children.
They are so much fun.
They are. We also have another unit that's going by right now, right before the clowns, and that is the Chapter 97 National Sojourners Cornelius Hornet Heroes of 1776. And the clowns are coming. Back on the back of the float that just went by, some big words, God bless America. Wouldn't be a parade without the clowns, would it?
And we have a guest we have a couple of guests dancing with us.
Don't throw a hip out now, okay? Don't throw your hip out doing that. All right. Hey, guys, how you doing? All right. Good to have all of you here. All right. The Dun Clowns.
Oh, they're so much fun.
I think when people book our scheduled parades, that's one of the first things they always get. They get the cars and the clowns, and everything else goes from there.
Yes.
Sort of falls into place. We're glad you're with us watching. You're watching some of the coverage of the Southport 4th of July parade. It's held earlier today here in Southport, and we're glad that we were able to do this after the weather situation we had around yesterday. This area got, like the rest of us in the southeast part of the state, a lot of rain and breeze, and just a nasty day yesterday. Completely different today, though, Rachel. It's absolutely beautiful, and the nice weather's really turned the folks out for this.
That's right. Here we have the Warrior Ride. The Warrior Ride is a nonprofit organization founded in Oak Island with a mission of rehabilitation for our wounded warriors. They have adaptive bicycling and morale events throughout the U.S. The Warrior Ride founders say they believe that with the events that they promote, our nation's wounded warriors can take pride in the skills they have and redefine their capabilities through accomplishment in an atmosphere of camaraderie and support. The Warrior Ride, as you can see, those are adaptive bicycles, and they use other morale-building events too, Bob, like kayaking and golf, as a tool for recreation and rehabilitation.
And one of the members in that group is a World War II veteran. I wanted to point out that he is able to get out and do it. You know, that war ended and 45, and gentleman's up in age a little bit, but he is out here and having a good time.
Good for him. Here we have Ola Lewis. Judge Ola Lewis is the senior resident Superior Court judge for the 13B Judicial District, serving Bladen, Brunswick, and Columbus counties in North Carolina. Lewis became a resident Superior Court judge in 2002. In 2003, she became the senior resident Superior Court judge when District 13 was split into 2 sections due to the population growth of Brunswick County. Her current term expires in 2018.
And she's a candidate for higher office.
Yes, she is.
Another one of our district court judges, Sherry Prince, is coming up, and she has served as the district court judge for the 13th Judicial District for the last 5 years, serving in Brunswick, Columbus, and Bladen counties. She is a certified juvenile court judge and hears all juvenile matters in Brunswick County. So nice to have Judge Prince with us here today.
And here's the Honorable Pauline Hankins, District Court Judge for Brunswick, Columbus, and Bladen counties. She presides over criminal and domestic court, and she's a native of Brunswick County. She attended South Brunswick High School, and she serves as teen and peer court judge here in Brunswick County.
Takes a lot of effort from businesses to put on a big parade like this, and one of those we would like to spotlight with their float coming up right now is one of our major sponsors, New Bridge Bank, platinum sponsor for the 4th of July Festival. New Bridge Bank is a full-service, state-chartered community bank headquartered in Greensboro. As one of the largest community banks in the state, New Bridge Bank serves small to mid-sized businesses, professionals, and consumers with a comprehensive array of financial services, including retail and commercial banking, private banking, wealth management, and mortgage banking. So thanks very much, not only for being part of the parade, but all of their support year-round here in this part of Brunswick County.
And here we have the Johnston County Sudan Animated Animals. They formed in 1976 with their first parade at the ceremonial in Wilson that year. The first vehicle the unit had was 2 mules and a wagon. This unit has won many awards, and they have costumes for Mickey Mouse, the gorilla, Smokey the Bear, Donald Duck, Porky Pig, Shaggy Dog, and the Pink Panther. And of course, they're a favorite of children. The unit calls Johnston County Shrine Club in Selma, North Carolina, their home. Once again, is that Clifford the big red dog
Must
coming
be.
up behind us?
Yes, going over that way, yeah. Looks like Sylvester walking around there. And somebody with a little whip there on the very front, making sure all the animals are in good shape.
Keep my distance from him.
Right, they're from Johnston County, as Rachel said, the Smithfield, Selma area. Going to have some of our local politicians coming by here as well. Pat Sykes, a Brunswick County Commissioner and local business owner, a native of Brunswick County, graduated from Southport High School and business owner for over 20 years, worked 32 years in various management and leadership positions in the area.
And this is Frank Williams. He's a small business owner and Brunswick County native who was elected commissioner from District 5 in 2012. It was his first run for public office. He's a native of Northwest.
We've seen some of the Army representatives coming by. How about the U.S. Navy Seabee Veterans of America?
And spontaneous applause bursting out among parade observers, Bob.
Absolutely. The U.S. Navy Seabee Veterans of America, Department of North Carolina float-carrying veterans of the fighting Seabees from all wars from World War II to the war in Afghanistan. They currently live in the area west of Fayetteville. The U.S. Navy Seabees Veterans of America Island X5 Cape Fear float carries veterans of the fighting Seabees from all wars of World War II. And again, a lot of those also from Pender, Columbus, New Hanover, and Brunswick counties.
And you're hearing the North Carolina State University Pipes and Drums right now. They're a traditional Scottish bagpipe band linked to the music department of NC State. The band was formed in 1968, and they perform for community events, ceremonies, and Celtic events. This award-winning band also competes in the Highland Games in the Southeast. And here they come. Let's listen.
Okay. We kicked off the parade with Chief Jerry Dove and members of the Southport Police Department, but now we're turning our attention to Sheriff John Ingram and the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office. Brunswick County Sheriff's Office, primary law enforcement agency in Brunswick County, represented in today's parade. In addition to Sheriff Ingram, also Chief Deputy Charles Miller, the Volunteer Service program with the Citizens Patrol Car, the Animal Protective Service, ACE, the ACE Traffic Team, and the Uniform Services Bicycle Patrol as well. I've got several units that are here, and
they really do, yes.
Sheriff there on the other side of the golf cart.
They make a big showing here in the 4th of July parade.
Right. Got that rescue airboat also, that in case it's needed.
And this looks like the Animal Protective Services vehicle. Under the auspices of the Brunswick County Sheriff, which is not true in every county, but it seems to be a trend. And it's the adoption unit.
Oh, yeah.
I think I see a miniature pony on the side of that unit.
German shepherds, some cats, and some dogs as well.
And if there are any animals in there, I'm willing to take them all home.
And I hope that air conditioning unit on top's cranked up and running very well there.
Yes.
I have a couple of rescue puppies at my house.
You do?
And
what kind of dogs are they, Bob?
A little Yorkie and a Boston Terrier.
Good for you.
So we do, at our home, we do believe in the rescue animals.
Yes.
We make great pets.
And I think they know they've been rescued.
Absolutely.
Here we have the Sheriff's Citizen Patrol, and then coming along, this is Brenda Clemens, the Register of Deeds. She works in the Bolivia office at the county complex. The office provides numerous services to the working community and the general public, including recording legal documents and maps. They issue marriage licenses, certify documents, administer oaths. Registers of Deeds are elected for 4-year terms by the citizens of the county.
The North Carolina Forest Service, their representatives are coming from the supply area. The Forest Service primary purpose to ensure adequate forest resources for the state to meet current, present, and future needs. Largest manufacturing business jobs in division in North Carolina, contributing to $24 billion annually to the state's economy, providing about 180,000 jobs.
And it looks like the Keystone Cops of Jacksonville, North Carolina. They were created in 1975. They've added a lot of color and a lot of laughter to the shrine activities. They're dressed as Keystone Cops and I guess convicts from a different era.
We got the paddy wagon with them.
Bob, do these guys have to go to clown school?
You know, I don't know. I really don't know. That'd be a good question to find out the answer for next year. And what does it take to be a good clown? You know, obviously you have to be willing to do a lot of walking on hot days like it is here and interact with the crowd and just let your personality shine, probably.
Yes.
All right, Mayor Simmons coming up right now. This is Mayor Harry Simmons from Caswell Beach, North Carolina native. He has a BS in Business Administration from the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. He's been the mayor of Caswell Beach for the past 11 years. I've seen Mayor Simmons many times, and I've always seen him in some beach-looking shirt. He is true to the spirit of Caswell Beach, the relaxed area. And Mayor Betty Wallace from Oak Island is following Mayor Simmons there from Caswell Beach. She is the mayor of Oak Island.
And then we've got
beachfront
Craig
area.
Castor. Craig is the proud mayor of Boiling Spring Lakes.
So all of the towns and communities right here in this area represented in one string here in the parade.
And then here we have Margaret Rudd and Associates. They were established in 1981 as an independent full-service real estate agency. They're a bronze sponsor of the festival.
I like the little Volkswagen that's got the sign "Sale Pending" right beside of it. Some of the property here that they'd like to invite you to come down and look at here. Kay Jolliffe is a realtor at Margaret Rudd and Associates, an Eastern North Carolina native. She is fulfilling a lifelong dream, working here on the coast. And this is some of the folks from Margaret Rudd Associates Realty here as well.
Really, Bob, it's so hard to believe that we just had Hurricane Arthur here less than 24 hours ago.
It is hard to believe. It is. Like the music. Like that music. Turning visitors into locals. That's their logo since 1981.
Here we have the U.S. Navy Seabee Veterans of America. Once again, spontaneous applause bursting out in the audience. Veterans of America, Department of North Carolina float, carrying veterans of the fighting Seabees from all wars, from World War II to the war in Afghanistan. And these are folks who currently live in the area west of Fayetteville.
And serve this part of North Carolina, the Cape Fear area as well. All right. Ted Carlson is the president of the North Carolina 4th of July Festival. Mr. Carlson does a lot of work around here to making sure this works as well. Takes volunteers to do it. I know your husband's a big volunteer as well here.
He is a volunteer. He's participated in it for years, and the dedication on the part of the volunteers to make this happen. It starts right after this one ends. They'll start working on next year. And here we have, is this our amphibious traveling art show?
I think it is a tricycle towing, big tricycle that is, towing a 10-foot John boat displaying copper marine life sculptures on it. Oh, they are pretty, aren't they?
Yeah, and George Kinley, the artist, provides the trophies for the U.S. Open King Mackerel Tournament.
You can see his work. He lives on Oak Island. His work's over at Provisions here in Southport and their sister restaurant, the Frying Pan.
And here we have a 1973 Ford 8000 fire truck used to fight fires in Southport until 2011 when it was deemed surplus. The city sold the truck, and we're preserving it now to use it in parades and local events.
Very good.
Thank you. Just been handed an American flag.
A big event that's held later in the year here is the Southport Wooden Boat Show. They've had this for the past 4 or 5 years now here. The Southport Wooden Boat Show folks are coming up, and they have some great wooden boats. If you ever come down to Southport and walk around the Southport Boat Harbor, you'll see some of those.
And in this 4th of July festival, people can vote for their favorite wooden boat in the People's Choice Awards.
That's some real handiwork. Somebody
really
can, and you know, they're doing the boat building classes still right now. A lot of the boats are made out of fiberglass, but this is a throwback to folks that want the original, and some of the schools have vocational programs telling folks how to do that. September the 27th at the Old Yacht Basin is when this year's Wooden Boat Show is going to be held.
This is the Brunswick County Purple Ribbon Kings and Queens. They were crowned in March of this year. They have an annual pageant to raise money for charities in this area. They participated in the Brunswick County Relay for Life, and they achieved the gold team status, raising about $8,300 for the American Cancer Society in only 2 months. They'll continue fundraising throughout their reign, and they'll make several appearances raising cancer awareness. And these ladies and gentlemen say they're committed to helping find a cure, as noted in their motto, "Wear the crown, finish the fight."
Little ones have got the wave. They've got that wave going.
They sure do. The crowns are almost as big as their heads.
Want to remind you that as soon as we finish with our parade coverage here, stay with us on WECT. We'll be in downtown Wilmington live for the big fireworks display. It's been going on as far as the riverfront activities since 5 o'clock today, and winding up with a big fireworks display tonight at 9:05. We'll have that coming up, and that will be followed by a spectacular show from New York City and Macy's 40,000 plus shell display that will be launched from the Lower East River and also from the Brooklyn Bridge.
Bob, this has put together the pieces created by Dina Scalia. She's the mother of 3 special needs children to raise awareness about autism and Asperger's. And then right on their heels.
Right behind them. The Arab Choo-Choo. It's a little train, a 4-car miniature trackless train with an engine. They come from the Wilmington area. The train is about 40 feet long, will carry 18 adults, even more children, and they were established in 1988. Like the little train, the kids would like to hop on it.
It's
Temporary
fun.
stop right here in the
To
middle of the
walk on that
street
train, yes.
to see what the folks are doing. Ah, there
And
they go. They're getting going again.
All right.
Maybe they have to let some folks off and put some others on there. And that's a group from the Wilmington area. Established in 1988, the Arab Choo-Choo 4-car miniature trackless train with engine and many conductors on board. Coming up behind them, the Martin's Auto Rebuilders, a Cadillac hearse. It's called the Last Ride Green Machine by Martin's Auto Rebuilders and Martin's Alignment and Brake Service, located on Long Beach Road. They have been serving the Southport area since 1988. They'd like to thank the many customers who put their trust in them for their automotive needs, from Martin's Auto Rebuilders and Martin's Alignment and Brake Service. Happy July 4th from Martin's staff.
Bob, this is the Yopon Beach Fire Department. Yopon Beach protects the people of Oak Island. And they have a powerful siren.
Area continues to grow here in Brunswick County. A lot of folks discovering how great it is to live here, especially in the coastal sections of Brunswick County, and that means more units like that are needed. All right, coming up right now as we continue with our float, throwing a pile of little balloons and some other things off this float.
Island Spas, a locally owned and operated hot tub sales and service company, an official retailer of free flow and PDC spas, and they specialize in vacation rental properties.
Cape Fear shutters and blinds float going by right now, indicating some of the services that they offer to the area. With the Island Spa right behind, a nice cool water would be nice in that right now, the Island Spa.
That would be nice.
Those
And
kids
here we
having a
have-
good time.
Oh, there they go.
Yeah.
In one of the big hot tubs, holding a beach ball. And behind them we have the Experimental Aircraft Association.
Another one of
there
the.
it goes.
Yeah, that's another one of the Cape Fear shutters and blinds. He had the Island Spa in between.
Yes. This is, yes, let your dreams take flight. It's the theme for the Experimental Aircraft Association Chapter 929's float, making their 5th consecutive appearance in our parade. This not-for-profit organization promotes all aspects of general aviation in Brunswick County through their Young Eagles program by giving youngsters ages 8 to 17 a free flight. And they say, come fly with us.
And from the air to the ground, I got behind these guys coming into Southport a little while ago. The Antique Club of America, AACA, founded in 1935, the largest car club in the United States, dedicated to the preservation and enjoyment of antique automobiles. The Cape Fear chapter participates in various regional parades, car shows, and other events. I think they were having a car show out near the Duke Energy area this morning.
This is Sudan Drum and Bugle. Potentate R.C. Dunn organized the 3rd unit, the Drum and Bugle Corps in Wilmington, in 1923.
They're marching right now, so let's listen to them. They have an annual sponsored golf tournament in May to raise money for some of their efforts as well.
Coming along here, we have the Sweetheart Queens, the Brunswick County Sweetheart Queens, under the direction of Holly Shepard. They've been involved with Relay for Life for the past 6 years, and this year, Bob, they raised over $3,500 in just 4 months for Relay for Life.
Congratulations to them.
Yes. They look like sweethearts.
Oh, they are.
So pretty in their white dresses and their tiaras.
New business here in the area, but it's not new to the Wilmington area, the Fuzzy Peach. That Southport Frozen Yogurt Bar, a new business in Southport. They opened actually December 6, 2012. They're a sponsor of the festival as well. They provide a friendly family fun atmosphere in the store. The company's got a mascot, Mr. Fuzzy. See him coming up in a moment here. Is waiting to let some of the folks cross here on Moore Street.
Oh, I think I see Mr. Fuzzy, Bob.
Mr. Fuzzy.
He's a little peach sitting on top of a vehicle. Well, he's actually standing with sunglasses and a giant smile. Fuzzy Peach is one of those local businesses that has done really, really well, an example of terrific entrepreneurship in this area.
Mm-hmm. Food's awfully good. Awfully good.
Yes. And there is Mr. Fuzzy. And as they say, they do make an effort to provide a friendly, family fun atmosphere in the store.
Got a big boy horn on the car here.
Yes.
All right, Christine Bryan is coming up. We'll see Miss Bryan coming into the screen since April 26th of this year. Miss Christine Bryan of Supply has held the title of Brunswick County Mother of the Year for 2014. She's a member of the Big Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. She's also a member of the oldest and boldest civil rights organization in the history of our people. May 2nd, 2014, she represented Brunswick County at the 59th Annual NC State Women in the NAACP Conference Mother of the Year coronation held in Greensboro. Mrs. Bryant placed third in that state contest. Congratulations to her.
Sudan Hillbillies.
They're from right here in the Charlotte area.
Yes.
They dressed the part. They've got the vehicle.
Overalls. Looks like there's a hillbilly cop on board.
Maybe a can of shine on top of that little vehicle as
Is
well.
that what that is, Bob?
Might be. I don't. And they're swinging around with their bigger unit they have right here.
Parading for children, their sign says. The Sudan Shriners.
And a much necessary building on the back of the float here.
What's the technical term for that, Bob?
Outhouse.
Okay. And here we have the Coastal Carolina Sub-Vets. It's a base of the United States submarine veterans covering the southeastern North Carolina area.
I was watching the big green truck here, the hillbilly guys go around here. I didn't think they were going to make that turn, but they got a pretty professional driver on there. What a crowd out here today. I tell you, this is really impressive after yesterday. Folks are not letting the weather, did not let the weather stop them from coming out to Southport today and enjoying what we're offering here today. Brunswick Search and Rescue volunteer their efforts in the county and surrounding counties for 15 years. They assist law enforcement in locating missing people. In the past 15 years, completed over 200 missions. I'd like to thank all the folks in Brunswick County for their continuing support.
And here we go. Here we have the Coastal Carolina Sub-Vets. Once again, parade audience bursting into applause for these folks. This is part of what makes the festival so extraordinary, Bob, is the sense of patriotism here. It's palpable. People really come out and really appreciate the service that these men and women have provided for this country.
Part of the history of Brunswick County, of course, the military with Fort Johnston here, which is now the City Hall, and also the Sunny Point Army munitions operation just down the river from here in Brunswick County as well. How about this group? This is a group of 25 folks holding the American flag. It's called We Are Proud to Be Americans, a group of 25 people from Oak Island, carrying the flag to the music of I'm Proud to Be an American. And letting it like blow in the breeze there.
And here we go, CrossFit Southport. They started just in March of this year. They're located at Cape Fear Fitness in Southport. Both Cape Fear Fitness and CrossFit Safe Haven thank the community for all of their support. And there is a little one right there doing lunges as she walks the parade route. That is incredible. She's going to have some burning quadriceps by the time she finishes.
Got one on the other side, I believe, too, of the float doing some lunges and moves as well. My exercise is walking from the house to the car these days, it seems like.
This is Check 6 Brewing Company. They'll be opening soon, not open yet, on Route 211 here in Southport. They're a Business Patriot sponsor of the festival, and they will be the first and only microbrewery in Brunswick County, offering a selection of locally produced handcrafted ales. They'll have brewery tours and free beer tastings.
Craft beer is becoming very popular in the state.
It really is. In fact, that's one of the elements of our economy that business leaders have been saying. Microbreweries will be a growing force in this region.
Right, a lot of, that they have that business in the Asheville area quite prevalent right now, and a lot of those folks are looking and have made applications to come down to this part of the state as well to bring more of that here. Sort of a new market for them, I guess, here too.
Yes.
I don't think that's craft beer that lady was drinking up on that truck, though. I think that was a good full bottle of water she was putting down. A business opening up, as we said, coming very soon here in Brunswick County. Got some old cars coming in.
Yes, the Classic Cruisers Car Club. And they're from Delco, North Carolina, not too far from here. This looks like an old Mustang coming along.
Yeah, right behind a beautiful Corvette there. One of those fastback Mustangs that they used to produce.
Can you guess at the year of that, Bob?
I don't know. Didn't the Mustang come out, wasn't it 50 years last year? I believe it was, or maybe earlier this year.
It did have an anniversary, yes.
So, it's been a while.
And this is Boiling Spring Lakes Fire Department. They're a nonprofit fire department serving Boiling Spring Lakes.
And they're going to be followed by some young dancers from Inspirations Dance Center. They're located here in Southport, offering exceptional dance instructions to students. And they start as young as 2 and go up through adult, offering ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, contemporary, tumbling, and hip-hop. They're sponsored, by the way, in the parade today by Better Beach Rentals and Sales.
Wow. And they are in ballet tutus, marching, and I think we just saw one do a grand jeté a moment ago.
Walking on their tiptoes.
Yes, they are, on the hot pavement.
Another float coming up, I'm going to tell you about here, and this is more of the Inspiration Dance Center, and some folks that are not marching in the ballet and the tutu there, but some of the students taking different forms of dance that's offered by that dance center here. Again, they start them young at as early as 2, and adults can take advantage of that. How about this truck? I saw this truck this truck and boat about 2 weeks ago in Burgaw at the North Carolina Blueberry Festival. They go all around Southport Lions Club, their Yukon truck and an 18-foot boat on a trailer. They've been doing this for 28 years, raffling off a boat and trailer. 100% of the proceeds go to the support of the Lions Vision community and youth programs. Focused on vision, the Lions have collected over 1,400 pairs of glasses for recycling, conducted vision screening for hundreds this year, provided eye exams and glasses to a lot of folks over 70, and also cataract surgery for 4 individuals since last July 4th. Good for them.
Here we have the Duke Energy float. It's Duke Energy employees and their families from the Brunswick nuclear plant. Duke Energy is a platinum sponsor of the festival. The 2-unit Brunswick nuclear plant was the first nuclear power plant built in North Carolina, starting operation in 1975. They can create generating capacity for more than 1 million homes, and they have more than 900 full-time employees, making them one of the largest employers in Brunswick County.
One of our radio partners at WECT is WWQQ, WQ Radio 101.3. And we also now have music from the Islands Mine, the steel drum band playing That Kids May Walk. The organization, the Sudan Steel Drum Organization, formed in 1977 by some members of the Columbus County Shrine Club, currently have 13 active members who participate in 8 to 10 civic parades and 4 shrine parades every year. You hear them in 2009. They participated in the governor's inaugural parade for Governor McCrory.
Here we have Grayson Dodd Burnett, Miss North Carolina Tar Heel of 2013. She was crowned in Winston-Salem after competing and winning beauty, poise, photogenic, and 5 modeling categories. As Miss Teen North Carolina Tar Heel, Grayson works with the Christmas Caravan, delivering toys to children with cancer at the North Carolina Cancer Center in Chapel Hill.
A little correction there. That 2009 inauguration was for Governor Perdue instead of Governor McCrory. I'll make sure I'm correct on that. All right, Princesses of Southern Carolina pageant, officially preliminary to the Princess North Carolina State Scholarship Pageant, with some of the folks on that. The pageant started in 2010, and ranging from contestants, queens 2 to 25, yearly pageant held in May each year here in Brunswick County.
This is the Navassa Drum and Drill Team. They're a recreational program that's been around for many years. The team leader is William Alston Jr. and the co-leader is Carlton Mosley. The Drum and Drill Team have leaders Lakeisha Alston, Beverly Lewis, Brenda Joyner, and Shawana Oliver. Navassa Drum and Drill consists of children from Brunswick County local communities. Their ages 5 to 17 years old, and their motto is, "We are family."
Let's listen to a little bit of it. Representing the Brunswick County town of Navassa. That's a big unit also, with their own vehicle coming up from Navassa as well, the Navassa Drum and Drill Team. All right, the 2014 Azalea Princess, Tori Matthew, senior at Coastal Christian High School in Wilmington, the 66th North Carolina Azalea Festival Princess. Tony has received numerous awards and honors, including the Timothy Award for Exemplary Leadership, the Academic Achievement Awards, and honors Algebra 2, honors English 2, Psychology MVP for the varsity cross-country team. The 68th Azalea Festival coming up on April 8th through the 12th of next year. Go ahead and mark your calendar right now.
And here's the Walmart float. They're a sponsor of the North Carolina 4th of July Festival. They want to wish everyone a safe and happy 4th of July, and they want to thank the soldiers, past and present, for all they do to keep us safe. That is a patriotic bunch of Walmart employees.
I was looking, Rachel, driving in today, when you get into Howell Street and look at the streamers across the parade route, the street, and it's the same right here on Moore Street. If there is a town in North Carolina that exemplifies the 4th of July, I don't think Southport could be beaten by anybody else. It's absolutely the perfect location for the 4th of July parade.
We'll take that, Bob. Here's the Q Community United Float. They're the Center for Missing Persons. They've been advocating for missing persons, children and adults, and providing free search and support services for families. They've helped more than 9,000 families in what is often the most confusing and desperate times of their lives.
Yeah, they've done a good job. We have had many news stories that the Q Center for Missing Persons has been involved in. Very trying time, obviously, for the family and stuff. And it's good that they have their compassion, for doing that. Another police car coming by, the Bowling Spring Lakes Police Department. The Bowling Spring Lakes Police Department protecting the residents and the businesses there in that part of Brunswick County. And they're followed by the Brunswick County Health Services, Adult Primary Care Clinic, Care Coordination for Children, also Community Alternative Program, Communicable Diseases, Environmental Health, Family Planning, General Clinic, Health Education, HIV Clinic, and a whole lot more found in the Brunswick County Health Services.
Now this looks like Sugar Bear Express. Sugar Bear miniature horses of Hickman's Vegetable Farm. They're located on Highway 87. Somebody is singing a cappella the national anthem. They're in Bolivia.
All right. And we do want to mention that BB&T and Brunswick Electric membership, both are platinum sponsors of the festival. They're going by right now, or will be in just a moment, as we're winding up our coverage here in Southport here on WECT. But don't worry about it. Go to WECT.com. We're going to finish up with a parade there, streaming it live online there. Fireworks in Wilmington coming up next. Rachel, thanks a lot. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Bob. Enjoyed it.
Thanks for joining us, and happy July 4th, everyone.
Happy July 4th.
And welcome back, everyone. We're here in downtown Southport at the intersection of Davis and Moore Street at the North Carolina Maritime Museum, where we're bringing you coverage of the 2014 North Carolina 4th of July Festival Parade. We have to wait for certain things to take place, and one is doing it right now. The Pooper Scooper lady is doing a little bit of work.
I think this is Ava, Bob. She's on the BEMC and BB&T float, and we can't see her right now in the frame, but we can hear her.
She's singing there.
Yes, and they say that she's 11 years old and she was singing before she could talk.
Wow.
She's had voice lessons since 8 years old, and she studied piano and violin. So let's listen if we can.
Hopefully she'll get a little bit closer and we can listen to her as she's performing.
She's a straight A student.
Had never known, and I had a thrill to press my
Her friend Ella Cox is on the float with her as well.
We have some more members of our Southport 4th of July committee going by right now. Recognize any of those folks?
I think I do. Although my husband is not among them.
All right.
And here comes the St. James Fire Department, serving the town of St. James, of course.
I hear the little cars coming up behind them as well. Right now, we have the Carolina Grays unit of Pender County going by.
They are the Sons of Confederate Veterans Camp 2174, led by Commander E.W. Fredrickson out of Burgaw.
Mm-hmm. They marked the sesquicentennial that is taking place right now, ending the Civil War. The big 150th celebrations are taking place right now, winding up next year. Southport and Oak Island Water Rescue Unit, Oak Island Water Rescue, that is, totally volunteer organization providing water rescue services to Oak Island, Caswell Beach, and Brunswick County. However, they go anywhere their services are requested. Here are the Roadsters now.
Sampson County Roadsters, Bob.
Yeah.
They're loud. They were created in 1990. They have 20 members.
They don't mind doing a little tailgating there, do they?
They almost look like they're attached physically, but they're not.
Grown men have their toys, don't they? Going to have another big fire truck come by here in just a moment as well.
This one looks like it's from Bolivia.
Mm-hmm. was just looking down the street. Look at all the kids that are down there just looking at those little cars and going to say, Daddy, I want one of those. Let's go buy one.
I still feel that way when I see these little cars. They just look like so much fun.
Like I said, a man's toy right there, something like that. But of course, they do this. They raise so much money for their various projects. The Crippled Children's Hospital, the Shriners, very important part of any parade. They do the fish fries, everything, you know, volunteering to help our communities out.
This is Sweet Sensation Hair Design with Sharonda Davis. They opened their doors 17 years ago, and their mission has always been to make each and every patron feel comfortable, relaxed, and welcome while visiting the salon. They are located in Bolivia, which is right here in Brunswick County.
Absolutely. Beautiful boats getting ready to come by as well. We talked about the fiberglass boats, and this is one that could be yours in your driveway. Long Bay boats. You can find that variety at Marine Mart. They're located right here in this park, proudly serving the boat enthusiasts for 40 years as a boat dealership, representing leading manufacturers of marine fishing boats, motors, and accessories as well.
And I think I hear some Sudan Daredevils right behind them. They're about to come. There they are. These guys are from Ocean Isle Beach, which is also here in Brunswick County. Look at that.
They're the ones also that have the platform that as they'll take a moment to go over that platform and hit the ground running. Gives them a little bit of extra speed maybe. You can tell exactly what they are. They are go-karts, and they have riders that are dressed with patriotic colors, having a lot of fun. But showing a sense of responsibility, Rachel, by making sure that they're wearing helmets also. Wow, a lot of fun there.
Yeah, a lot of fun and a lot of precision required.
Yeah. I have stopped a little bit here and let maybe adjusting one of the vehicles over there. One guy's getting off of one and maybe having a little mechanical problem. I see it on the opposite side of the vehicle, so that's going to hold us up here for just a little while.
And once again, Bob, it really is hard to believe that we had a hurricane here less than 24 hours ago. And I was looking around a little this morning and learned that, according to the National Hurricane Center, Arthur is the earliest hurricane to hit North Carolina since records began in 1851.
Wow.
The previous record was July 11th. So we're starting early in this hurricane season, but it sure didn't mar the parade today. That's
true, and we hope that folks up in the northeastern part of the state, the Outer Banks, that really got the brunt of this around Cape Lookout and going on up towards Ocracoke and Kitty Hawk, Hill Devil Hills, Nags Head, all of that part of North Carolina got through everything okay yesterday. Trusting that that was a storm that perhaps got a lot of people's attention and let us know what season we're in right now, hurricane season going through the end of November. Sudan Daredevils from the Charlotte area, hitting the platform and coming down on the other side. Good for them. A lot of American flags are flying around here this morning and tonight here for our broadcast, but today, the parade held earlier today under the bright, sunny conditions, hardly a cloud in the sky. This is Coastal Cosmetic Family Dentistry from Bolivia to Oak Island, carrying a full spectrum of preventative, restorative, also cosmetic and general dentistry. The caring team works with you, mapping out a dental plan that will fit your permanent needs, goals, and lifestyles. Their number one concern is the patients and their well-being. They are a business patriot sponsor of the 4th of July festival here. We have the Southport Fire Department right behind with one of their big units also. Actually, two of their units, big and small.
That's right. Here's Southport Magazine. They say they band together the communities of Southport, Bald Head Island, Boiling Spring Lakes, and Oak Island, all in an effort to be the voice of our coastal life here in Brunswick County.
Yep, good magazine. We're fortunate to live in this area where just a few years ago we didn't have that many magazines featuring this part of North Carolina. Now we have several, and they're all excellent. More cars right now, more than little cars, and these are from Jacksonville. This is the Sudan Van Patrol coming from Onslow County here today. Had a couple of runaways to get up here early, and the rest of them are coming up right behind us in a minute.
There they are, way in the back of the frame. You can see them.
Here they come. 5 units down from Onslow County.
Bob, the first recorded Southport 4th of July Festival was recorded in a newspaper in 1795, and we're still going strong today.
And I was doing a little bit of math. If my math is correct, this was the 238th anniversary of the country.
Wow.
From 1776 to 2014. I have to tell you, folks, I was not always strong in math now, so you might want to check my subtraction there on that.
Okay, we will. And there's a young man with a fan that he doesn't need to use. It's really a lovely day here. It's warm, but there's a bit of a breeze, and it's just beautiful.
Got some beautiful boats. At least one big one is getting ready to come by. This is the Freedom Boat Club that was started in 1989. Pretty simple alternative way to boat ownership. Now, the Freedom Boat Club is a private club, and once you join, all you have to do is go up at the dock. The boat will be fueled up, ready for you to go here in the Cape Fear River, the Intercoastal Waterway, or take it offshore. They're located at the Southport Marina here, Freedom Boat Club here in Southport.
Sounds like the way to go for boat ownership. You don't have to do anything. You just show up, and it's fueled up and ready to go.
Well, love that. Instead of having, you don't have to worry about cleaning, do anything like that. That big Donsey boat, that will take some waves and go out for the big ones in the Atlantic, all the way to the Gulf Stream. Another big fire truck. This one is from Oak Island coming up right now.
All right.
This is their ladder number 162 truck, reaching some high-rise areas, stretching that ladder up in case some type of rescue is needed or combating some fire.
And here we have another marching band. This is Coastal Surge. They're a competitive performing arts and music education organization all the way from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The organization is an independent, self-sponsored, nonprofit corporation. Coastal Surge members range in age from 15 to 21, and it's nice to see some folks from Myrtle Beach up here in Southport today.
That's true. 4th of July festivities taking place all around the area, obviously today, but it's nice to see some not only local folks here. A lot of our units are right here in Brunswick County, but getting some of the out-of-town participants as well. Hopefully they'll crank up another song as they're getting a little bit closer to us here.
Applause from the audience.
It looks like it is going to be a great summer here in Southport. If this crowd is a good indication, you know, it looks like folks are going to be spending some dollars coming to this part of Brunswick County and always plan those annual vacations right here. You see a lot of the same folks year after year coming to this part of the county. Well, they're marching on by. I don't think they've got one all tuned up for us here. So as they go by, we need to see some of the queens that are coming up on the next float. It's coming up behind this group. And they will be the Miss Southport Oak Island Queens. They raised money for the Teddy Hyatt Scholarship. Last year, the Queens presented South Brunswick High School student Caitlin Auger with a $2,500 scholarship.
Bob, this is a special scholarship. Teddy Hyatt was 9 years old when he passed away falling out of a tree, and one of his teachers created the scholarship in his name as a memorial.
Very good. We also have some queens from New Hanover County that are here today. The Miss New Hanover County organization was started back in the 1980s. The Miss New Hanover County Queens serve as representatives through the state of North Carolina during their reigns, focusing on volunteering and also leadership as well. We've got the Southport Police Department coming up again. They kicked us off with a parade at the very beginning here. Chief Jerry Dove and his team, and now another one of the units, and we've got an older vehicle coming in right behind that. I think the Ford that you're looking at there on the screen might be the Southport Police Department. I don't think that's part of the Southport Police Department
I wouldn't
mobile
imagine.
team, though. But somebody's got a suitcase on it ready to go.
And he's got a patriotic hat on, so possibly he's related to one of our veterans organizations.
I think we just need to wrap it up and go inside where it's a little bit cooler. What do you think?
I think it's time for some lunch.
I think so. All right. For Rachel Lewis-Hilburn, I'm Bob Townsend, along with Mike and also with Stuart. Tom's in the truck. Stephen is somewhere around here. And Stuart Barnes back on the camera behind us. I think that covers all of our team here. Right, Mike? We got everybody? All right. Including Mike. We had to mention him twice. All right.
He deserves it.
Thanks for joining us. Happy July 4th, everybody.
This has been the Southport 4th of July Parade. This broadcast is sponsored by Culligan Water and by Dozier Memorial Hospital in Southport. Watch the entire parade later on WECT.com. Stay tuned for fireworks live from downtown Wilmington.